buddies. Boom. I really appreciate your time with me and your interest in my YouTube, Apex Determiners. But first, let me say a very big thank you to all those who subscribe to my channel. And believe me, you will not regret it, because in future I'll be putting many enticers based on different modules for each of the international English exams. But today I'm only going to focus on IELTS, the reading module. Now I'll be taking you to the screen where you will see the passages. Alongside that is the questions, and I will be explaining to you the right approach to finding the answers to these questions. This is what the passage is about: cabin bags for air travel. When you read the heading, you need to spend at least 10-15 minutes on getting a complete understanding about what the heading is all about. So in this case, we can come to the conclusion that cabin bags for air travel, which means what you can expect in the coming paragraphs. You can expect that every paragraph will be describing particular cabin bags, its qualities, its negativities, and its positivities. So as you can see here, the paragraphs are alphabeted as A, B, C, D, E. So that will tell you there are 5 paragraphs. And you can also see that every paragraph, it is highlighted by the kind of cabin bag that can be used for air travel. First one is Flyer 83, second one is Light Glide, third one is Foxton, D is Sky Bag, and E is Travel Sure. This is the paragraph. Below that is the questions. Now what is the instruction given? You have to read it very carefully. The question is, which paragraph mentions the following? That means, out of 1 to 8, which of these informations are mentioned in the passage? Now sometimes you may find that more than one information is mentioned in one particular paragraph, which means you have to choose both those informations for that particular paragraph. Now how to go about it, what is the right approach, is what I will take you on to. This is what. Now which paragraph mentions the following? First, what you are expected to do, we have to run through each and identify the keywords. Second, which subjects are referring to the negatives or the positive words, because the heading is telling us indirectly about the different cabin bags that people buy, and they can use it for their air travel. At the same time, what are the pluses and the negatives? So we'll go to the list of questions first, and we should first of all identify the subject in each sentence, and alongside that ask yourself, what about? Now for example, the first one, the zips on this cabin bag may be difficult to use. So your subject is about zips. What about zips? Difficult to use. So automatically this information is a negative, because difficult to use. And in the exam you are supposed to underline it, or you can circle it, whichever you want. Second question, this cabin bag may be badly damaged if it is dropped. So what is the subject here? Cabin bag. And what is it? What is about the cabin bag? Damaged when dropped. So again, this entire question is a negative. Third one, the handles of this cabin bag have a number of different problems. So what is the subject here? Handles. And what about the handles? A number of problems. So this again is a negative sentence. Now we go to the fourth one. This cabin bag is very resistant to water. What is the subject here? Cabin bag. And what about the cabin bag? Resistant to water. This again is a negative. No, it's not a negative. Resistant is not a negative word. Resistant means can withstand. So that is positive. Fifth one. There's a good choice of patterns for the fabric of this cabin bag. So what is the subject here? Cabin bag. What about the cabin bag? Patterns for the fabric. That means different patterns, different fabrics for different cabin bags. So is it positive or negative? It is positive because you have a variety of choices to select from. Now we go to the sixth one. This cabin bag isn't very easy to move around. So what is the subject here? Cabin bag. What about it? Isn't easy to move. So something that's not easy to move has to be a negative. So it is a negative. Now seventh one. This cabin bag has just one international zipped pocket. So what is the subject? Cabin bag. What about it? One international zipped pocket. So if your bag has only one zip, it's very inconvenient. You definitely want to buy a cabin bag with at least 3 zips. So this can be classified as a negative. Now we go to the 8th one. The trolley handle of this cabin bag is adjustable. Now what is the subject here? Trolley handle. Handle of the trolley. And what about it? Adjustable. So if it is adjustable, definitely it's positive. Now what have we noticed with these 8 questions? Some are referring to zips, some are referring to cabin bags, and some are referring to the trolley handle. So 3 different subjects we have, and we have classified the questions in the negative or positive. This is what you must do first before you find out if this information is in which of the passages which you have seen earlier. Right. Now we go to the first paragraph. From the list of passages that I showed you earlier, I have extracted that paragraph and I put it here to make it convenient for you to understand. Right? Okay. Now this is the paragraph. Do you think you should read the entire paragraph? Or you should not? Now when you find that the paragraph is tiny, that means just about 2 or 3 sentences, I think you can run through it. You have to scan through it. But remember, which are the negatives and which are the positives in the questions. Now when you read through the paragraph, I have highlighted the paragraph by saying, let's analyze the paragraph. So let's analyze means what have you got from the passage, right? The blues are the positives. Lightweight, can withstand harsh treatment, won't rip or burst open. Those are all good points for a cabin bag. The greens are negatives. Now, in a paragraph, when you get the word however, you need to watch out. because however is a word that gives a contradiction from the earlier mentioned information to the latter mentioned information. So however means in the earlier part we have got positives. Now we're definitely going to get negatives. So what's the negatives here? The negative is thin and flimsy, hard and flat, isn't easy to grip. Fine. Now these positives and negatives are referring to which subject? Is it about zips? Is it about cabin bags? Or is it about the handle? So those are the three subjects we have in the questions. Now the underlined is the focus topic, which means the subject. So the entire paragraph is dedicated to handle. That means it is only about the handle. Handle of what? The trolley. The red is a contradiction within the paragraph. That is however. Okay. Now on observation, that means after you've come to understand what the paragraph is, on observation, this paragraph begins with positives and ends with negatives, with the word however in between. Second point, the negatives are the three problems. Okay? However, the question states a number of. So, anything more than twice can be considered as a number of. No doubt about it. So, if I say a number of people came to my house, it definitely means I got more than 2 people in my house. Okay? So you have to get to the point that a number of is referring to the number of negatives which are in the passage. And how many negatives we have? We have 1, 2 and 3. That's thin and flimsy, isn't easy to grip, hard and flat. Right? Fifth point. The word problems is not mentioned, but the negatives about the handle should be considered as problems. So what I'm trying to tell you here is the same word which you find in the question will not be in the passage. You have to think of a word which is close in meaning to the word which is a question and mentioned in the passage, or the synonym of the word in the question to the word in the passage, or an alternative word which is in the question and in the passage. So in this case what we say, a number of is referring to indirectly more than one. So we have 3 problems. And the problems indirectly is referring to the negative points in the passage. So the clue words here are handle, which is the subject, thin, flimsy, hard, flat, not easy to grip. Hence, let's go to the list of headings and see which one we can choose for this. Now, first thing you do is only concentrate on the question which is referring to handles. Now, I have handle number 3 and I have handle number 8. So, what is number 3 referring to? Handles, a number of problems. So, this seems quite correct. At the same time, check out what is the 8th one. The trolley handle of this cabin bag is adjustable. Now this is positive. And the third one is negative. So will you take the positive in terms of problem? No, absolutely not. You have to take the word problem in connection with negatives. Therefore, the answer is third. Fine? Okay. I'll give you some time to think about it. Now we go to the next paragraph. What do we see in the next paragraph? The next paragraph is B. As usual, external pockets. How do you read the passage? You just got to run through the words and pick out the negatives and the positives. 2 external pockets, which is a plus point. Should be in blue. Okay. Both of which are zipped and lockable. Now, what do we have here in red? But. Now, but is just bad as or is similar to however, which means you're going to get an opposite of what is mentioned earlier. So, 2 external pockets is good. It's a positive. After the word but, what do we see? Inside pocket does not zip. But the inside pocket does not zip. So, that is negative. So the pocket is there, but there is no zip to it, which means it's open. So that is a negative. Now moving on, remain dry when given a good soaking. That is good. What are we talking about? When what is given a good soaking? The cabin bag. You can't talk about the handle here. You're talking about the cabin bag. Already you know that this is about the cabin bag. Right? Then the next sentence is talking about the trolley handle. Now here we're talking about handle. It has a choice of 2 heights and plastics. What is a positive here? Hand grip does not have sharp edges. So if it does not have sharp edges, it's comfortable to carry. Therefore, it doesn't give any pain to your hand. So that is a positive. Then the last sentence is carrying fabric handle. So to carry the handle is covered with fabric, a kind of a cloth. So it's kind of soft. So here we see there's only one negative point, and that is inside pocket does not zip. But what is the entire paragraph referring to? The first part is referring to the cabin bag. Okay. The second part is referring to the handle. Now you got 2 subjects in this one paragraph. So let's analyze the paragraph. Okay. Now the first part is about the bag. External 2 pockets with zips, positive. Inside pockets, no zip, negative. Remain dry even after soaking, positive. That is about the cabin bag. Now about the handle, choice of 2. Whenever you have a choice of 2, it's always good. It's always an advantage. But when you have a choice of 1, it is a disadvantage. So that is a positive. Hand grip, no sharp edges. So that is a positive. Fabric handles for carrying, positive. So now you have to get to the list of questions. Okay. And look for cabin bag and look for handle, because the paragraph is referring to 2 subjects. Right. Now if you look at number 2, cabin bag, damaged if dropped. We didn't read anything about damaged or dropped. So that is eliminated. Then the 4th one, cabin bag resistant to water. Did we read anything about resistant to water? Yes or no? The word resistant we did not see, but something about water is there. So if you look at the paragraph here, he's talking about the cabin bag. Remain dry when given a good soaking. So this is a rephrased version of the fact of what is mentioned in the question. What is mentioned in the question? Resistant. Resistant means can withstand the water. So if you throw a bucket of water or a mug of water on that particular cabin bag, it does not get wet. Okay, so on observation now, external pockets is mentioned, but it's not the keyword. It has no connection to what we're looking for. Inside is synonym of internal, right? But it's not related to the paragraph. As para states, does not have a zip, but the question states it has a zip. Now, which question I'm talking about? I'm talking about cabin bag. Go to number 7. The cabin bag has just one internal zipped pocket. Yes, the question has that, but we are not choosing that as an answer, because on observation we got to understand that the question states it has a zip, has one zip, but the passage says does not have. So therefore we don't connect it. Third one on observation, remain dry is paraphrased as resistant to water. So when you say remaining dry, it means it doesn't get wet. And when it does not and cannot and will not get wet, the rephrased version is resistant. Okay? So going back to the list of headings, we have not taken number 2 because it's not relevant to what the passage is talking about. Are we taking number 3? 3 is already taken. So number 4, cabin bag, is very resistant. Yes, we are taking it. That is one choice. Then the next one can we take is talking about cabin bag fabrics. That is not relevant. Cabin bag isn't very easy to move. That is not mentioned. Cabin bag internal zip pocket, internal, has just one, but the passage says does not have, so we can't take number 7. And the 8th one is positive. So going back to para B, we finally decide on the choice of 4. So 4th question will suit the para B, and the clue words are remain dry when given a good soaking. Choice is rephrased as adjustable. Okay? Now, if something is adjustable, if the handle is adjustable, it means it's a positive. So, trolley handle of this cabin bag is adjustable. That is positive. Is that mentioned in para B? Yes. Choice of 2. Right? Heights and plastic. Hand grip. Hand grip, you just got to ignore that, because our clue word is choice of 2. And when you have choice of 2, it's adjustable. So we should also choose from the heading the 8th answer for para B. Okay? Right. Alright. Now we have done A and B. And I certainly hope that you were able to understand the approach to matching information to the passages and the technique of identifying the subject in the question and what the subject is about also in that question. Now I'm sure you're eagerly looking to continue with C, D and E, but I'm not going to do it. Why? Because I certainly would like you to join my online classes, because this will be a great benefit for you, as you will be able to clarify your doubts on spot, and also you will be able to ask me why not this answer, why only this answer. So we can have a discussion while we are working out the passages. Now, as you can see, A, B, C, D, E, we have only done A and B. Probably you'll be able to do C, D and E. But definitely you want to know if the answers are right or wrong. Right? So, do connect with me on my online classes. Till then, boom. Take care and be safe. Bye-bye.